Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bishrahli sadri wayassirli amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Very warm welcome to all of my lovers, followers, subscribers, and friends too. So, really, I am thankful. First of all, friend with me, Pinky from India. I think you are from India, Pinky. I think so. So please tell me. Just I have started my live transmission. So please tell me about my voice. Is my voice clear? And now, is it? Are you facing problem of buffing? So please tell me. Little I have to have break. Please just wait. Once again, welcome in my live. So I am waiting for the guys. So as my routine live transmission, I am in front of you, and today the topic, as you might have observed from the thumbnail, from the title, it's very important, and it's concern of Pakistan. Like you know that most of the times I used to bring very important, significant, and concerned topic, which are definitely concerned with the commons, I mean the paupers, poor. I most of the time I try to bring their voice in front about their issues, about their problems, so that their voice should be able to reach uh, towards the concerns, towards the authorities, and we might be able to find out some sort of remedy. So, very first of all, like you know, after a little bit time that I am in my own studio. Before some time, there have been programs, but from different places, from different studios. But after little long time, you can say that I am again on my means own studio. So feeling very happy and waiting for my friends. They should join so that we could start the program. Little I want to give you intro for my topic, what I have selected for today, means I wanted to speak today about unemployment, which is highest, been highly concerned uh, about the countrymen, people, about the masses. It's very important issue what we are going to discuss today. So just a little bit, we should, I think, wait for our fellows guys. They should join us so that, yes. So I am in front of you. Uh, Little before starting program, I want to share some of the headlines of today of Dawn newspaper. The lead is PDM divide widens as parties pin hope on Fazal. I mean, you know that there is a little bit crevice amongst the parties. 11 parties, you know, are part of PDM, Pakistan Democratic Movement. So, but there is rift sort of thing. So let's see what is going to happen. It's going to be decided in 2-3 days. So let's see what is happening. So PM reconstitutes 25-member economic advisory body. PM is focusing on economic condition of Pakistan, like everybody is talking about inflation and issues relevant to uh, finance. So let's see what is going to happen, because he has, Prime Minister has constituted a 25 members economic advisory body. Let's see what they are going to perform, what they are going to offer for the people. Definitely this is concerned with the unemployment, what we are going to discuss today. So just I am going towards the lead, then we have to discuss. British MP says Pakistan travel curbs led by politics, not data. This is very important news. You might be aware about that. Britishers, the UK government, United Kingdom has imposed, restrictions that Pakistanis cannot enter into the US because of COVID-19. So people are talking about that. Let's see what is going to happen in this matter as well. US seeks justice for Pearl's murder. Daniel Pearl's, a popular uh, journalist was there who was killed. So America needs justice for Pearl's murder. So Iran rejects step-by-step lifting of US sanctions. You know that there are many sanctions on Iran from US, United States, so they are going against of that they are not going to accept. 5 killed in Myanmar protest as junta cracks down on online critics. You know that Myanmar, smaller state of India, and unfortunately, majority of Muslims are living over there, and they people are facing many more problems and much more atrocities they are facing from Indian government, from the Indian forces. So I really condemn, and I consider the people who are watching me that you people also must condemn the acts of Indian government, particular. The people are holding with Myanmar, so it's totally unhuman, and Pakistani people are not going to accept it. So, I think all of us must condemn this act of India. Most of the times that we are talking about uh, means atrocities being held in Kashmir. But I tell you, it's not Kashmir. There are many other smaller states which are in India, related to India. So Indian government is going to obviously create much more problem for all the smaller states. And there are many states, like we have examples of 6 as well. Okay, they are not having separate states, but they are living in India, but they are also facing many times atrocities of India, which is really a question that even the people who are living within the their own country. So even the people are not caring for them. So Zubeda has joined. Zubeda, thanks a lot. Zubeda, please tell me about my voice. Is that clear? So then I tell you the articles which have been printed in Dawn today, like changing security paradigm, PDM collapse, no relief for PTI, endless pain, dangerous optics. So these are, some important articles which have been printed in the Dawn. You must read it. I haven't been able to read it out till now, but I am going to definitely. Mm, there is Abbas Nasser, is famous author. He most of the times writes in Dawn. So he has written about PDM collapse, no relief for PTI. So ministers tweet on Ramadan, Moon citing stir controversy again. I mean, like every year, Mr. Fawad Chaudhary, who's the Minister for Science and Technology, he's talking, to an extent, he's talking correctly, that he's saying that with the help of science that we can, observe, we can predict for moon sighting, but our religious scholars, they are not ready to accept it. Let's see what happens. He has announced 14th of April is going to be the first day of Ramadan. Let's see, is it going to be his prediction correct or not? Because obviously we have to go for moon sighting. If the moon is visible, then we have to, because this procedure is been given to us by Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these were some important news. So now I try to come on my topic, because smaller I have to discuss about that. It's very important. Unemployment. Uh, I have also some information with me, definitely what I am going to share with my audience after some time. So I don't want to make a long program just for 30 to 40 minutes. You have to tolerate me. So the many people, I think from some last time, I haven't been able to be regularized in my live transmission for what I am trying to, inshallah. From now, I'll be regular, particular on Sunday and Wednesday, inshallah. I am planning, I should be having. Definitely now I have also got the habit to be interacting with you. So when I'm unable to, so I have also, I am feeling a little bit, I mean, not well, what should I say? So, inshallah, from now I have to be again. But time to time, I keep on doing programs. I've started one program for vocabulary for my students, in particular. So, for also, in last days, many other programs, recorded programs, have been uploaded from my side on my channel, Asrar Khokar TV English. So, okay, coming on the point. So, please, two people are with me. So, you must be with me on this topic because it's very important. Or the people who are going to watch me later. So, please listen this speech or debate carefully, and please participate in the comments if you have got some of your own opinion, or if you are having some differences with my point of view. So it must be participated, because what we are going to discuss today, it's concerning topic with every individual, every Pakistani, like unemployment. Unemployment means uh, while you are in your mature age, or some dependents are there on you, so you need to earn to fulfill their requirements of life. You definitely go to earn the utensils which are required for survival, for our livelihood. So at that time, if you are unable to find out job, work, or whatsoever, that is your unemployment basically. Whose liability is this? First of all, we have to point out this thing, that whether it's our own liability, whether it's the liability of our parents when we grow up and getting mature age and going to be young ones after having completed our education or whichsoever. So, who is responsible to give us employment? I am going to relate two topics. Two relevant topics are going to be discussed. One thing is very related with this, which I need to focus, what I've been speaking for a lot more times. So you need, please, to be careful for this thing, and also I want that you must give me your opinion. Okay, for example, if we when we complete our education, very first of all, for example, I am going very smoothly. Okay, there are many other points, but basic. Okay, while we complete our education, for example, we complete our graduation or my masters or BS or something like that. So after that, obviously, with the relevant studies, we need. specific sort of job, obviously, which is going to kill my, livelihood requirement, as well as the studies I have gone through. So also I must slake the thirst of that thing, because if I've got studies of, for example, in medicals, so if I am not working in that specific department or profession, so obviously my inner will not be satisfied, because I've got studied for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So after that, if you are not getting the work or the job relevant to your profession, relevant to your studies, so obviously it's going to create, mental disturbance in your personality. One thing is this, okay, where we are totally failing. Also, I tell you that we are totally failing in that procedure. Second thing, okay, a person who is unable to study. This also happens. This is common thing, because we are not having very, a reasonable education percentage. We are having many more problems. Okay, we are definitely going to increase our education ratio, but gradually. It's not till now. Much more needs to be done, and the government. What I was just listening yesterday, that primary education is being focused on. Yesterday there was press conference of Chief Minister of Punjab and Education Minister of Punjab, that they people were talking about, like in Punjab specifically, they people are going to work out for primary education, their schoolings, their education level, their subjects, all the things are going to be upgraded. Upgradation, I am saying. They are not going to enhance what we have, okay, the same thing, but definitely they are going to enhance the things. Okay, the things are happening simultaneously, but just tell me, my question is, there is my one question, that if a person, who is like has done right now or completed one's education and is going to form a family of one's own, so what that person should do when that person is not having a specific job of work for what he has studied for about 17, 8 years, and for specialization that guy is going to work out for 5 to 6 years, sometimes 7 years, 8 years. So, what that person should do, that when you are not having, and second thing, it is unfortunate, many times you might have seen, I have seen myself, what happens, that happening is, like a person who's completed one's master's, graduation, or even now there are so many examples who have done their MPhils, or even unfortunately little bit, not because we are not having PhDs, so they are not having anything to do. Then definitely they must be considering, the biggest drawback behind is the people who have done this much education, who have completed their education till this extent. So if they haven't been able to find out any job, any work must be relevant to one's profession. So the people who are in the next generation, who are coming up, who are behind, so they are definitely going to be, they are going to have this feeling that, okay, there is no privilege, no benefit for getting education, because why? Because if we complete baseless, useless studies, okay, my belief is that you should not work out just because of your job. You should not get studies just because of your because the getting you just want to get a job. It should not be the aim. Studies must be having some different sort of aims, but as well as obviously they need to spend their life, they need their livelihood. So from where the people, I mean, it's not the time, it's not the ancient time where people used to study and used to go to different countries just for getting information, but the people were not having some problem of their livelihoods. But here, in this era, what is happening that commercialism is there. Whatever the thing is there which could be free of cost, you are going to cost. I mean, every single step, what happens that you need to spend, you need to have a money. So when your condition is like this, then what you should do? What could be done? Then definitely you need a job, you need a specific job, and there is now a system of a week or a month that what you need your money to be spent out at any cost. So also I invite you people, there is a seriously unfortunate situation. Okay, Zubada has sent her comment that yes, serious condition, because I tell you that there are millions of graduates who are just who are not having any sort of job with them. They are doing nothing, and their families are disturbed. Okay, this is another condition that since we have been facing the condition of COVID. So this is another thing. I mean, after COVID situation, I mean, you cannot imagine it that what might be having, we might not be having the issue. So one person is left who is there with me. So in fact, there is some problem of direction. So now I have changed the direction, so I don't have this problem, but I have to have mobile in my hand, and obviously uh, uh, stand cannot be used. So just be with me. So now you see, I don't understand. Maybe there is some problem of direction. I think so. So who are with me? So there are 4 people. So please tell me. Zubeda, are you with me? So what we were discussing, like Zubeda, you were saying, I think there is lack of planning. Student supply is way higher than the jobs in the market. Yes, sure, Zubeda, your point of view is very perfect. That obviously that we are having so many, educated people. We are finding out every year. I mean, every year we are getting, hundreds of thousands, I must say, or even lakhs of graduates, masters. Even now, what I have perceived being a teacher, also I am aware of that many people they are going for the MPhils. Number of people they are going for the MPhils, but this is unfortunate that we people cannot provide them proper jobs, proper work by what they are going to have their livelihood easily. So this is unfortunate, no? When and biggest drawback what we are facing, guys, I would like to share with you the people who are coming behind. So when they are going to observe the condition of the previous ones, they have worked hard, they have appeared in exams, they work day and night, and in the end, they people are going to get nothing. So then definitely, they are going to lose their heart. They definitely start thinking, okay, if this is the end, it is unfortunate, as I told you earlier, that it should not only be the aim that we just are supposed to earn, but definitely it is a part. It is a part, whatever the, for example, if you are going to learn anything from any shop, for example, okay, any sort of technical work, that is also an education. Okay, so after learning, after completing, if you are not going to get a job in that relevant profession, so just tell me then what will you do? Obviously, that profession will be defamed, and people will not go towards that profession. This is a big drawback with us, and we have to accept it. So I consider, yes, please, there are 4 persons, so please tell me who are. those four, so that we could have discussion, debates. Fifth person is also there. You know that I was just using okay, okay, Zubeda. Zubeda, I don't know what problem comes. I mean, just now I am picking mobile in my hand, so now there is no problem. But whenever I put on my stand, so then I mean buffing problem or even disconnection of the internet is going on there. So okay, no problem. You know, I mean, when I started my channel, so in the beginning, I used to do my programs like this. I mean, just having mobile in my hand and speaking as well. But later I got my stand and stand for the mobile. So I started doing that on starting using that. So I think today I have to do the same thing again. Okay, so please, whosoever with me, so please give your suggestion. I mean, what should we do? That two issues we are going to have. One issue, obviously, is that we are going to have many more unemployed people who are not having employment. Second issue, what we are facing, that people are they are not now taking care of studies. They even don't want to go for studies, and majority of people, I tell you that this is a big fact, it's big information with me. Majority of the people, they want to leave this country. This is the biggest unfortunate condition what we people are facing, that majority of the people, they want to leave this country. They want that they should get even education. They even don't want to get education within the country. They just want mean that they should go out from this country and just mean be living there, because in those countries, you know what happens, that if you are going to get studies, so after that, mean there are number of jobs that even, you know, mean in many countries now, just imagine it from this, that they people are going to have jobs for their own countrymen, for their or own mean population they are giving, and as well as they people are creating jobs for the globe from other countries. Number of people from other countries, they are going and they are doing much more jobs. One thing. So this situation is going to create a critical one, that what is going to happen or what is possibly to be done, so that we should not have this issue. What I consider now, I relate. In the beginning, I told you that there are, two problems are connected. So I am going towards the second issue. What we are having, what we have, that is corruption. Now you might think that why I am saying that corruption is relevant to this specific problem of unemployment. You might think about that, but I can prove it. You know, what happens? Corruption in government institutions, sometimes this happens, that any person who is deserving for that specific post, okay, now owing to some sort of nepotism, jobbery, bribery, that a person who is not deserving for that specific job is going to get that job, or is going to have that job. You know what happens in this way? Very first of all, a person who deserves, because if that person is going to have that job, then definitely there must be this example in front of the natives, in front of the countrymen, in front of the people, in front of other people, that okay, if we are going to work hard, if we are going to work more and more, if we are going to work day and night, and then if we get success in those specific educational systems, in grades, so we are going to have this job. In this way, that at least we can do this thing, like, you know, that we can definitely bring the students towards the studies, towards the education. I mean, this benefit we can have from this. This is a big reality. Okay. So the problem is, I mean, while we are not having the merit system, so obviously many of the people, many of the students who deserve, who are competent, who are intelligent, who are hardworking, who are competent, so they are not going to lose their heart, and they must be focusing more on studies. That okay, if okay, then also they can consider that if lesser number of jobs are available, so if I deserve, if mean I deserve, and if I am on the merit, so I am going to get job. So definitely in this way, that your competition of education studies, that is not going to be disturbed. This is a big fact. But unfortunately, while we are just focusing on, like, for example, 100 of the people, they have worked hard, and they people were not getting the job. Okay, so then a person who got the job was not deserving. So in this way, that we are going to have two problems: unemployment, as well as the people will be losing their heart. They will not be willing to go for studies more. This is a fact. What we need to take care of. So I think that unemployment and merit system, these two things are interlinked. These two things are related. We need to be caring for these two things. Keep it in your mind that it's not a common or smaller point, it's very important point. Like, we people are supposed to focus on the government. Okay, now other thing, that how can we get rid of this dilemma? Because we have been raising this voice from what I've been listening from last about 20, 25 years, that this thing is going to happen. Like, this issue, what we have been facing. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to get any sort of remedy. What should we do? In my suggestion, now we have to be more protective, more cautious, and conscious in front of government. We have to adhere. Now the time is for this. Okay, we have spoken a lot, we have written a lot, we have gone for making so many efforts, but all are in vain. Now wherever any person is going to observe, that any person is being employed, crossing the rules, by crushing the rules, by crushing the laws, we should not be tolerant on this point. Very first thing I am going to share with my nation, at least with my own followers. I must, you must people think, and I am with you, and I want to be the front man too. Any person who is going to get job, with any sort of nepotism, bribery or jobbery, if I come to know, that we must make that this much viral, that everyone will start thinking, or everyone will start working on this, that no tolerance in this manner. I tell you that until we are going to do this thing, we just will be raising our hue and cry, are screaming, but no results will be there. Because at least myself, I've been observing these things from last 20, 25 years. And definitely the things are on even before. So then what we have to do? That then we have to be conscious first of all, because definitely God helps those who help themselves. If any, and I think now it's era of social media. Everybody is well aware. Everybody is a reporter. Everybody is informer. So if you come to know any incident like this in front of you, so you must be sharing. Then we just make a chain, we must make a chain, and definitely that must reach till the authorities. And we will never ever let anybody to do the things like this, because in this way the biggest loss what we are going to have, that is the loss of the people and loss of the new generation, coming generation. They are going, they are going to think about that there is no use of studies, no use of education, no rule of law in your country. So just there is the thing which is found out might is right, but it cannot work, because we are entering in 21st century. So at least, okay, if any, this is the voice of my heart, that if unfortunately, now I'm relating this issue with one more, that if we are unable to raise our voice against the culprits, against the corrupts on highest level, the people who are involved in corruption, like just I was listening, Mr. Prime Minister is hearing the direct telephones. So he was saying, what he was saying, that sugar mafia, on what I have spoken a lot on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, I've spoken a lot about sugar crisis. Still the videos are available. He was saying that there are very few people and there are 80 sugar mills. So he was saying that everybody is involved in corruption. Just they are very few and they are getting billions and billions rupees. And obviously, but I suggested that we should stop eating sugar. Just for 1 month, I tell you that the people are going to, what I've been listening, if Zubeda is with me, so she is going to make me confirm that in Karachi, what I've listened, that the price for sugar for 1 kg is 120 rupees. Just not much more ancient time, just in in 90s, in 80s, even in the beginning of 2000. So just sugar price was I think 20, 25, 30 rupees maximum. I don't know what is this happening. So all these things are relevant, and the people are having these much billions, that even most of the times they are not aware how many billions the people are having. So they people are having from me, from you, from third, fourth, fifth, every one of us, from 250 million population is giving them money. So they are going to increase the prices in such a way that the sugar prices is increased. So in that way, who is giving them? We are giving them. So please be a nation, not be a crowd. We are crowd. And until we are crowd, that sometimes sugar mafia, sometimes flour mafia, sometimes, mafias are there. In every profession, there is a mafia. Everywhere, Zubeda, everywhere. But definitely what I listened that much more in Karachi. So then what we have to do, that we have to be a nation. For God's sake, we have to be a nation. We have to think like a nation. If they people are going to, okay, they are very few in number. If they are going to plan, if we become nation, and we should plan against them, I tell you that the prices will be decreased in the days. Just if we stop eating sugar, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. And in last times, okay, government must do, and I think so, the people are trying to do, like Mr. Jiang, who is the tycoon of sugar. So he, against him, there has been a lawsuit, and he just been, I think, going to be arrested maybe. I don't know. And very ridiculous thing. Yesterday I was listening him that he's saying, I don't know that only my sugar mill is on hit list. Why are not other 81s? Why they are not going to be blamed out? So, sir, you are owner of 6 sugar mills, and majority of the people, they know that you belong to beverages, but you built now 6 sugar mills. He is owner of 6 sugar mills. But one unfortunate is there also. Like Mr. Prime Minister was saying yes, today, I was listening him, that okay, these are the mafias. But so if these are mafias, so who is going to act against them? Who is going to bring them in front of justice? The government. If government cannot, then very sorry. We just can do that. We should stop eating sugar and nothing, because they people are this much richest one that nobody can do anything against them. But it is the government, it is the forces, it is our investigative agencies, NAB, FIA, all these departments, they can do, but not we. So if I am interacting to Mr. Prime Minister of Pakistan, if you cannot, then who can? So sir, we are not going to listen. Okay, you must be very honest person. Majority of the people, they believe that you are not given the chance or opportunity to work on. But even there is inflation, there are many more issues. Even many people are still commanding Prime Minister, admiring Prime Minister, that he's trying to do something. He's trying to change the country. He's trying to bring change in the country. So, sir, in this way, that you have to crush, first of all, you have to curb mafias, because these are just possible by the government. But there is one issue. So, if you people can cope this up, that many mafias people, they are connected with the government, with the MNAs, with the MPAs, with the ministers, and this, you, Mr. Prime Minister, admitted this thing today. And I really appreciate you that you have spoken the truth, that many of the people, many from government side, opposition side, they people are involved. So first of all, crush those people, because I tell you, mafias can never work if they are not having close linkages with the government. It is a big fact, even not with the opposition. They must have to be very close to the government. Okay, while you people are in preparatory phase, so even then you must curb them, you must not be with them. So this is prerequisite to be done to find out 100% results. So these are the things what we need to do, that first of all, crush the mafia. If the prices are not high, are not on high, okay, people must be happy. They are going to have good life. Or even okay, if anybody is not having any calibered or high level job, having normal job, if inflation is not there, so that person could also lead a life of ease. So at least we must try to give them a life of ease. How this is possible when the inflation rate is increased? It's prerequisite to have inflation must be down. It's prerequisite. Without this, nothing could be done. I really tell you. Even unemployed people, they can lead their life if inflation is not there. If inflation is there, then unemployment is there. So just consider that. How can you cope up this issue? Never, impossible. Just you must tell me that how this comes possible, that a person who is unemployed, and also basic utensils are much more expensive. Then how this is possible that they people are going to lead a good life? Then definitely culprits will be generated by this procedure. The thieves, the robberies, all the things will be increased. Unemployment is the issue by which you are going to increase, or by which you are going to have many more problems. Those must be related to your unemployment. So there is one suggestion. Awesome. Okay, Zubeda, what are you saying? I think we must go towards the alternative of sugar, such as honey, stevia. These are the healthy options. Yes, sure, that we must avoid from this sugar. Okay, if we cannot survive without sugar, then we should have the alternatives. This is good suggestion from you, Zubair. So many more things are possible. Possibly could be done many more things, but the thing until the leadership is there. So I would request the Prime Minister, unemployment is going to be killed out. In much more hue and cry will not be there. And secondly, merit. Whosoever deserve, just give the job to that one. So guys, little bit, my mood has been changed just because of my issue of internet. But even I tried to speak whatever possible for me. But inshallah, on Wednesday again will be maybe on some other location I'll be sitting on. So inshallah, we will be discussing the same topic once again, because it's a big topic and it must be discussed more and more. So please be with me, and inshallah on Wednesday I will try to be live something like on between 9:30 to 10 p.m. I'll be informing all of you before on my YouTube channel. So thanks a lot for being with me. So thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Long live Pakistan.